Let us start with Yantra Meditation to release the past impressions and leave the mind in peace. First, be comfortable. Being comfortable, we have to take this being comfortable to a little deeper and a higher level, where we move the mind gently from the top of the head to the toes. One after the other, we look, we become aware, we look, we become aware, and we experience the stillness. We look, these joints, we become aware, not only of the body, but also the stillness there. Look at the neck joints, and from there you move your mind, the one after the other. Be carefree, free from all the cares of the mind. All the cares of the mind. Just do nothing, remain aware. As you are aware of the space, look at this, we are going slowly into a higher level. You are aware of the space, so you are aware of the body and the thoughts inside, the thoughts, the feeling, and any impression, images. We do nothing. Remember, in preparatory step, we do nothing. We are looking, seeing. Looking and seeing is not to be understood as some form of an effort. And now we are casual. Casual means natural. And natural means the mind has no intent at all. No intent at all to move, to make an effort, or to do something. You know, when the mind is doing nothing, and simply looking, it is the beginning of mindfulness. It is the beginning of mindfulness. So once we are there, in that state, so pay more attention to becoming, being comfortable, being carefree, and being casual. Very important. Why important? As we move into higher practices of meditation, the simpler it is. Simple it becomes, the softer it becomes. That is the key element of all meditation practices. Now we move to the first step, And the first step has the 3 stages: the active, the passive, and the mindfulness. This is again so simple, but it challenges. The mind should not have any intent at all. It flows with the practice. So let us do it. Look deep inside the heart. Casually you're looking deep inside the heart, in the space. And now start breathing long and fast into the chest. Keep looking deep inside the forehead and continue. Keep looking inside the heart or the forehead and continue with the long and the fast breathing. Continue. You may experience the lightness in the head, sensations in the body. It is good. Continue. Continue and stop this. Do nothing. Become aware of the breath in the state of sensation and the stillness. Sensation and stillness in the body is one layer. You are aware of the breath, 3-pointed awareness of the breath. Breath is going in and coming out, feeling the sensation of the breath, and counting the breath, no change. Counting 1 to 25, and then 25 to 1. The breath goes in 1, the breath comes out 1, in 2, out 2. So when you are counting, the authentic tradition says the mind moves into different states. What are those different states? Wandering state. So while counting, the mind moves into the wandering. You become aware and return again to the counting of the breath in the state of the stillness. Forgetfulness. Sometime the image appears, at other times the sleep and still the memory takes over. So these are the lower states of the mind that causes the suffering. We don't worry about it. We continue counting the breath. The moment we forget or we fall into unconsciousness or some thought dominates, we awaken to it and return again to the counting from 1 to 25. As simple as that. We experience the sensation in the stillness in the body. In that state, the mind is counting the breath. Why we are doing this? We engage the mind to live within. And now do nothing. A mindfulness state. The state of doing nothing is the mindfulness. I'm adding another advanced step. You are simply looking, seeing what you are seeing. From outside, you are seeing the space. You're seeing the sensation and stillness in the body. You're seeing the breath that is moving in and out. You're maybe seeing the mind, but you're also aware of some emptiness. You're aware of some emptiness deeper within. You can separate the outer layers of space, body, breath, mind from the deeper state. This is what we generally explain mindfulness, but this is the real mindfulness, actual state where there is no effort and you are able to see in between the different layers. What happens if you see between the different layers? You awaken. And that awakening is required in all meditation practices. Now, another simplified step is to engage the mind to go deeper, to engage the mind consciously living within and exploring our both unconsciousness, ignorance and falsehood, or unconsciousness, and the higher consciousness. of love, energy, awareness, and peace. So look at the moving breath, in and out. Feel the sensation. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. And the fourth point, look inside the heart when the breath goes in and comes out. You are looking. You are not focusing. You are not concentrating. Remember, the moment you concentrate, there is every chance that the mind moves into unconsciousness with the past impression. Now another point of engagement of the mind, conscious engagement. The moment the breath is going in, see the triangle. When it goes in and when it comes out. I'm making a difference between seeing and focus. If I say, have you seen the tiger? You'll say yes. It did not require thinking. It did not require focus. It did not demand any effort to create an image of a tiger. Same thing. See the triangle when the breath goes in, and see the triangle when the breath comes out without any effort. Now the breath and the mind move together on the triangle. And that is not a big deal. As the breath goes in, the mind moves on a triangle that is pointing upward. Now drop, aim. Aim one on one side of a triangle when the breath goes in, and one aim when the breath comes out. Any side will do. Why? Our goal is to keep the mind engaged within, living within, so that we can explore deeply. It's a beautiful change that is taking place. Your mind may think it is simple, but we are definitely going very deep into the meditation. Why? We could see that we are able to maintain a total stillness in the body. We are able to maintain the normal awareness in the moving of the breath without any change, and we are able to drop. Aim. Now drop to aim. When the breath goes in, aim on two sides of a triangle. The breath comes out, aim. What we are doing by dropping, we are discovering the infinite space in the mind. Now drop 3 aim. When the breath goes in, drop it on each side. Aim, aim, aim. When the breath comes out, drop aim, aim, aim. And it happens, the states of the mind may change. Of which we do not have control. And we do not want to control. Why? The moment we control, the mind will come in. It will take us outside. And doing nothing, mindfulness state, we are simply seeing in depth. And we are also aware of the surface. That is body and the sensation and the stillness, the breath, natural movement. The mind seems to be empty and looking inside. Looking inside. Even without doing anything, we are exploring. We remain there. It may be you explore and recognize what? The different states of consciousness. A recognition. The very recognition in this deeper state releases. What is recognition? Two different states. The higher one. In the higher one, there is a conscious experience of sensation, stillness, natural breath, thought, no thought at all, and we also experience the inner peace, calm, and happiness. And the lower one, from where the past impressions returns. Past impression images returns. There is a conscious experience of clear separation of the higher, of the nature of peace, silence, and doing nothing, and the lower nature, of impressions, images, thoughts. What is most important in deeper meditation? You awaken that the lower nature is not you, does not belong to you. What happens when we see the garbage, we say it doesn't belong to us. Casually we put it into the garbage bin and we throw it out. So even we need not to do that much. Simple recognition brings an awakening. It's a non-verbal awakening. We may experience the sudden influx of thoughts, and we also recognize that it does not belong to us. We see them on the surface, and still we are able to recognize and consciously experience the inner peace and calmness. We may experience the past images, may appear, it may become alive, and it disappears, and we are again there in that deeper state. Look at it, the beauty. The yoga tradition and the tantra declares that they do not belong to us. You are in the state of doing nothing. Only the best thing happens in the state of doing nothing. You may experience the sleep comes, okay. It returns. Thought comes, disappears. Casually, naturally, you are able to maintain and live into the higher, deeper state. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Look at this state. The mind doesn't want to return. That is the most beautiful state we can experience. Bring the mind on the right hand. Bring your mind or your awareness on the left hand. Raise both your hands, put it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down and sit up.